What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Fashion is Art. We're gonna talk about Lil Durk's new shoe, and we're gonna figure out like kind of what he is going for, trying to get into the shoe game, how long he's been trying to do that. But before we get into it, like the video, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the upcoming videos, and let's get into it. But Lil Durk recently dropped his 7220 shoe with his company Next Gens. Co-founded it about a year ago, but he's finally been able to kind of break through into that fashion mold, and he's got that design for us. Now let's see how it's looking. This comes off a little bland, doesn't really give much to go for. Just not what I was expecting when it comes to, artists, especially rappers. They want to get something that's a little more inspirational, a little more motivating, a little more original, a little more creative. Now, I will give him this. Putting the inspiration 7220 behind his upbringing is a very great idea. If you don't know, 7220 is the address of his grandmother's home where Lil Durk grew up, and really paved the way for his lifestyle and helped him to become the man who he is today. So I like the nod for that. However, these shoes do not, in my opinion, replicate that. When I look at those shoes, I do not think Chicago, growing up through the struggle, hood, rapper, anything of that nature. I just think of dad shoes. I think of New Balance. I think of plain grays, cheap knockoffs, Jordan. I'll show a picture of the shoe I'm talking about that it kind of looks like. It's just also a very bland Jordan gray shoe. But anyway, bringing all that back around, what my point is, I'm trying to say is Durk was not necessarily getting into this for the fashion game, for the sneaker game. Now let me explain why. About a year ago, Durk wanted to get into the NFT game, and he was doing it with his new company, Next Gens. So, what my theory is, Durk was originally wanting to get into this to kind of establish himself in the NFT game. Even in the article, he goes on to support this. He said, "The power has shifted to the artists and their fans with blockchain tech. I want to be not only a successful rapper and entrepreneur, but a powerhouse voice in the metaverse and NFT community at the forefront of this movement." Nothing in that says I want to be a fashion designer, I want to be a creative director and aspiring clothing person. Like he never said he wanted to take a Kanye route or the Pharrell route, right? Or even the ASAP route. So it's telling me that he's using this to further along other endeavors, which is nothing wrong with, but that's kind of why the shoe is kind of falling short. Now, it did have some good designers behind it, don't get me wrong. The designer's name is Devontae Young, and he's done collaboration with Kevin Durant, he's done collaboration with Nike, even has his very own clothing company. Let's explain Next Gen side and kind of get an idea how you can actually get your hands on the shoe if you're looking to do that. So going to their Twitter, we see, I'm gonna read off a couple of tweets to kind of explain how this process is supposed to work. It says, if your token is claimed within the allocated time frame, you will 100% receive a physical pair of 7220 sneakers made in Portugal with the highest quality materials. You will also soon see them on our friends in music, sports, and more. Referencing the Lil Durk collaboration, as well as probably some more stuff they got in the pipeline. Now going down a little more. Our goal is to educate Web2 users and bring them into Web3 through Next Gens. Our team is well connected in the realms of music, sports, entertainment, and fashion, and we'll focus on that moving forward to make Next Gens the biggest minority-owned sneaker brand in the world. And when you go on their website, it supports this. First thing you see, Lil Durk 7220. When you click on the buy now, you're going to be redirected to immediately pay. Not too much description there, but you need to scroll down to the bottom to kind of get an idea of specifically what you're buying. And as mentioned in some of their other tweets, they had to add the disclaimer to include and to make it 100% sure that people know that they're getting a token here, they're not getting the shoe. to get the shoe, you have to claim that token once purchased, and then you'll come back around and get those can't speak today. You'll come back around and get those shipments out. Now, a couple things to be known of. It's going to cost you $500, okay? And there's limited quantity. So there's about 11,000 units available at this time. Reason being, they want to keep that exclusivity. So once you purchase the token, you're going to claim the token. You will get the shoe coming to you from Portugal. They're making them handcrafted. So it could take some time for that shipping through. So just be knowable of that. And once it comes on over to you, it's going to have I believe a chip inside, like an NFT chip, to kind of show that it is verified, authentic Lil Durk Next Gen shoe. That way you have the full confidence you're not getting a knockoff and you're not getting anything that's not the top of the line, that actually is what it is. And I think that buyer transparency is really important, especially in today's age where you got companies like StockX willingly buying UAs, calling them verified sneakers when they're not. And you have other situations, if you buy shoes from a dude online, there's very few ways, unless you're a real pro at this, that you're going to be able to tell that's a fake. Fakes are getting really big these days. So if you're wanting to keep it real and also put exclusivity on people, this is the way to do it. When I first heard about this, I saw No Jumper, and I'm looking at some of the comments right now, and most of it is just people roasting the shoe, honestly. You can see some of these here. It's just very one-sided, right? And the problem is no one's going to want to get into that NFT game, go through all those other hoops. Even some of the people who are going to the site, right? They're going to see that they're just getting an NFT, and they just may not be patient enough to want to take that leap. They might just want to wait it out, see what else can happen, or see if there's another shoe that they can actually get in person, you know? The NFT thing can be a turn off to a lot of people as far as convenience, but those who are willing to hop through the hoop for it are probably going to be your hardcore Lil Durk fans, and that's what they're pushing on here, that the hardcore Durk fans are going to just buy regardless. And there's some of the comments that are even rolling with the shoe regardless of how it looks, really, just because they're here to support Durk. From that perspective, I like that we're bringing more awareness to that type of industry. That's going to bring it more notoriety and obviously going to flood Lil Durk's pockets today and tomorrow. However, only time will tell on this shoe. To me, it's not for me. It's not my type of shoe, but I'm sure someone out there is going to roll with it and take it back. But that's all I have for today. Let me know your thoughts on this shoe. Would you cop? And would you cop for $500? Let me know. Subscribe to the channel, and I'm out. Peace by Dallas, niggas.